Wall Street has given Warren Buffett an early gift on his 94th birthday. A gift that's also a fitting tribute to the legendary investor who has spent over 8 decades in the stock market. What's the gift we're talking about? Let's dive in. Only a handful of companies in the United States have crossed the $1 trillion valuation mark. And of those who have, so far, all of them have been tech companies. But now, this exclusive $1 trillion club has welcomed its first non-tech member. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has become the first non-tech company to get past the $1 trillion valuation mark on Wall Street. While doing so, the Nebraska-based firm has joined the likes of Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft, which have their market capitalization north of $1 trillion. Google's parent company Alphabet and Facebook's parent Meta are also a part of the $1 trillion club. The only publicly traded non-tech company to have hit this milestone is outside the United States. Saudi Arabia's state-owned oil and gas major, Saudi Aramco, is valued at around $2 trillion. So how did Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway reach here? Let's do a rewind to find that out. Warren Buffett started investing at the age of 11. He was not even a teenager when he made his first bet in the stock market and later sold it for a cool 4.6% profit. This early interest in investing led to Warren Buffett also seeking an educational path, which helped him get an in-depth understanding of the economy and stock markets. In 1951, after graduating from the University of Columbia with an MSc in economics, he joined his father's firm as an investment salesman, where he worked for around 3 years. This was followed by a 2-year-long stint as a securities analyst at Graham Newman Corp, a partnership founded by legendary investor Benjamin Graham. However, in 1956, Graham decided to retire. By this time, Buffett had saved $174,000. That's equivalent to almost $1.5 million in today's times. These savings gave Buffett the fuel to launch his own investment partnerships. By 1959, Buffett, also known as the Oracle of Omaha, had 7 such partnerships. This was the year when he met his lifelong friend and investment partner, Charlie Munger. 1962 marked a pivotal year for Buffett. His net worth crossed the $1 million mark, and he began consolidating his now 11 partnerships. Simultaneously, he started acquiring shares in Berkshire Hathaway, then a textile company. By 1965, Buffett had taken control of Berkshire, but recognizing the textile industry's decline, he swiftly moved to diversifying the company's investment portfolio. Berkshire Hathaway's key initial investments beyond textile were in the insurance industry, in the National Indemnity Group of companies, and the Government Employees Insurance Company. Even today, these companies are at the core of Berkshire Hathaway's insurance operations. In 1970, Buffett took over as the chairman of the company, where he is also the largest shareholder. Under his leadership, the company transformed into a diversified multinational conglomerate, buying stakes in companies such as Coca-Cola, Apple, Kraft Heinz, and Bank of America. Since Warren Buffett began buying Berkshire Hathaway shares in 1962 for around $7.6 each, the stock has also undergone a remarkable journey. A Class A share of Berkshire Hathaway is worth almost $700,000, making it one of the most expensive stocks in the world. During this journey, Berkshire Hathaway became a $1 billion company in 1983, and Warren Buffett earned his first $1 billion by 1986 at the age of 56. And now it has hit the $1 trillion mark, while Warren Buffett is the world's 6th richest person. But the legendary investor believes that Berkshire Hathaway was his worst trade. He thinks had he invested directly in insurance stocks, it would have potentially generated an additional $200 billion in compounded returns over the subsequent decades. If you enjoyed this story, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth pieces from the world of investments.